showtime.
Well, hello, everyone. Welcome to the show. It is Groundhog's Day today. If you're new to the channel, I am your host, Robert, a.k.a. The Tall Man. This is my lovely wife, Lisa, a.k.a. Mrs. Tall Man, and my co-host. By the way, not that anyone ever calls her Mrs. Tall Man. We are coming to you live this very moment from the Ovation of the Seas, somewhere here in the middle of the Pacific. In fact, this is where we are right now. Right now. If you want to, people want to know where we're at right now. But we have some breaking news.
Here's the latest cruise news with your host, the Tall Man.
Okay, hang on. I can't do this. Hang on. Breaking news. Where is it? Where is it? Okay, no, that's not it. We don't need that. Why does this never work when I need it to work? Is that it? No. Is that not it? It just, every single time I want this to work, it doesn't work. Let's go up here. Let's try it here.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. Where there we go. No. Yeah, we may not have breaking news.
We might not have breaking news if Tall Man can't figure this out.
I don't know. Let's just go here.
Okay.
And then I'll do that.
Okay.
There we go. Here, hang on, everybody.
All right. Breaking news. Look, everyone, you can see the water. The fog has at least temporarily cleared. But everything is definitely still wet, so we didn't want to bring out the cameras and leave it out there. Our balcony is completely drenched.
That actually just happened basically as we started the show.
It did. Right up until like 2 minutes before we started the show, it cleared a little bit.
Couldn't see anything, and we're looking like, wait a minute, are we starting to see water?
I see water.
And there it is. So the fog has broken, so maybe we're breaking Groundhog's Day.
Yeah,
so,
maybe.
Anyway, we want to welcome everybody to the show. Thank you. We are going to be going over Deck 5 here in just a couple of minutes. We want to thank you for being here. A couple of housekeeping notes. One, if you've ever wanted to know anything about the Ovation of the Seas, or any Royal Caribbean ship for that matter, we're on it right now. And no better time to get answers than when we're on the ship, because we can go ask the ship's crew, who 100% are going to know the answers. Okay? There's that. Two, do us a huge favor. If you've never been here before, please hit that thumbs up button and consider subscribing. If you enjoy cruising, enjoy cruise content, seeing ships, we actually broadcast live every night we're on a ship. Consider subscribing. It is free to you, costs you absolutely nothing. We also have a Facebook group right there. We put different content up there, all the pictures of the food, menus, daily activities, all kinds of stuff. We do that on our Facebook group. It's a private group, so please answer the questions or you won't be able to get in. Last but not least, we're going to get into Deck 5 here in just a second. You're going to hear me say a lot, hey, up in the left-hand corner, there's some arrows. The videos we're doing are interactive. Unfortunately, they're not going to be interactive during this broadcast. Once this broadcast is over, we are going to re-upload just the deck tour. That is going to be interactive. We've videoed it in with a 360-degree camera, so it's going to be an interactive video. So you can change the angle, you can zoom in, zoom out, do whatever you want, and there will be some arrows up there, just not during this broadcast. So if you hear me saying that and you look up and say, there's no arrows there, I know. It will be after the fact. So hopefully that clears that up. Again, welcome everybody. Should we get to Deck 5?
Let's get to Deck 5.
All right. And again, for those who are new around here, we do things differently around here. We do it tall man style.
Whoop, 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 whoop. Filming Tall Man style.
Welcome back today, Lisa and I. We are on the Ovation of the Seas. We are on Deck 5. This is a public space deck. Lots of things up here. We're in the very front of the ship. Here's the elevators, as you can see. First thing that we're going to do is look at the theater. Now, this is a 360-degree tour, so if you look up in the top left-hand corner, there's a set of arrows. You can change the direction of this video. It is interactive. Choose the view that you want to see. All right, let's get going. Forward, you have men's and accessible cabin. By the way, there's outdoor spaces on deck 5. We're going to do that in a different video. What did I call it?
Cabin.
I called it a cabin? Oh, golly, why do I do that? It's a restroom. We know they're not rehearsing, so we're okay to come in here. This is the balcony here of the theater. See, there's some great seating up here. We'll just show you the other side as well. Are some columns that are in the way from some of the seats. That seat is probably not going to be very good, or this one. You just have to be choosy of which seat you grab, so you have good views of the entire production that goes on in here, or the band or musicians or whatever. Let's keep on going. On one side and out the other. Now here's the ladies' restroom, both ladies and accessible, and another access point to get to the outside. And we're not going to go do that later. You can stay down the middle of the ship, but we like to stay to the right, so we're going to stay to the right. Here's your focus gallery. This is all things pictures. If you're getting your pictures taken on the ship, you're going to come here. It's a digital format, so you touch one of the screens and can look at all your pictures. Over here is your schooner bar. Piano player here at nighttime. The schooner bar is also one of the really popular places to hang out at night. If you're hanging out over here, you do get to overlook deck 4 a little bit. Well, let's move on. So there's a set of stairs where that security officer was standing to get down to deck 4 if you want. Here's your Azumi. If you're into sushi, here's your sushi area here and out here as well. I'm supposed to be staying to the right. It's like shiny, and I got off track. Sorry, everybody. All right, here's the one-of-a-kind bionic bar. For those who have never been on Royal Caribbean before, the bionic bar is really cool. Robots make your drinks. During open times, there are tablets out here, and you put into the tablet what you want to drink, and the robot makes it for you. It's very cool. Even if you don't drink, just to sit here and watch a couple times, just kind of fun. Never over pouring. If you're ready to take a shore excursion, here's your shore excursions desk area right here. You can speak to these people to help you out. Also, if you have issues with their internet, their Voom service, that's kind of where this all happens as well. Continually moving forward, but I want to show you this. You look up, you can see these paddles moving. It's very cool to sit here and watch. Remember those arrows up there on the top? You can actually just re-angle the camera to look up. So we're back towards the back of the ship now, and remember the back of the ship has 2 elevator banks. The front is only 1 set. So we have a set of elevators over here. Ladies' restroom up there, as well as the stairs. And then there's another set of elevators on the other side. We're just going to stay down the middle because look at that. You have men's room on one side, women's on the other. Jamie's over here. This is their Italian specialty restaurant. All kinds of seating in here. It's not too big, not too small. Cozy, Lisa says. On some of the bigger ships, they have some outdoor space for you to be able to sit at, but not on this ship. There's no room out there. It's hard to see in the dark, but it's just all inside here. Your Vintages bar. There's also seating down this side here. And we're going to stay focused to the right. Some tables here to hang out. We're approaching the cafe at 270, which it's behind closed doors right now. And that is a fire door. So we are not going to open that one. It's automatic. Typically, when you open a big automatic fire door like that, alarms go off. So we're going to have to get a video of that at a later time and show that to you. Here's Club 270. This is a fantastic space. This is one of my favorite spaces on this class of ship. There's an elevator back over here for people that have accessibility challenges and want to get upstairs. There's also some restrooms inside here. You know what? While we're standing here, Lisa, let's see if we can cheat and get into the cafe from here. The sliding ones seem to be the ones with the alarms. The ones that open this way do not. Now look at this space. Love the design, love the decor. Now during showtime, you see these 2 white things. There's windows behind there. What happens on the rest of the glass is these blinds come down and they project images on there. And so it really becomes part of the ambiance, part of the theater, or the lounge, whatever you want to call it. Those things move around. They're on robotic arms. Yeah, very cool. Now the show that happens back here, the production show, you have to get a reservation. It's the only reservation you need for entertainment on the ship. The theater, the main theater that's in the front of the ship, on this ship, you do not need reservations. I am going to go up to the 5th floor, the balcony area here, because there's no other access, if I remember correctly. We're going to go ahead and just take a look at that now while we're here. This would be my favorite seat right down there. It does say exit right here, but I believe that's more of an emergency exit that's not open during showtime. Here's where the elevator comes out at. Well, here's the library. Now, during the day, it might be mostly quiet up here, but they do events during the day as well. I'm assuming this area would be not completely quiet. Here's sort of a little internet cafe. You need to sign into a computer, you can. You can go down the stairs, get all the way down. But we're going to backtrack to the other side. I love this club. Here is the workshop. This at least is a closed off area. So here you see there's some games and things. Monopoly. Twister. They do Twister in here. Game of Thrones, Scrabble. Yeah, several things. And there's another little area, I think, back here as well. Oh, nope, it's just storage. Let's get back down and continue with deck 4. Yeah, I'm glad we did that. I seem to remember there was no deck 5 access. So you can only access it via the stairs inside the lounge. Here's your women's, accessible, and regular. Was men's on the other side. Let's go out this way and stay to the right again. And we'll see the things we didn't see on the way in. This whole area here, this is part of the next cruise. So if you want to book another cruise, you're going to do it here. They have several different tables starting up there and coming all the way down here. Here's an access to get to the outside of deck 5. We're going to shoot that in a different video. If you're into art, here's sort of where they hang some of it. Trust me, they have way more art than this on the ship. Star Wars fan. Another high-end jewelry location here, Lavian. I love this little art feature here. It's like an optical contusion that it's raining. Especially when you're coming in at a distance and looking at it. If you're into Rolexes, they carry some Rolexes on board pre-owned. Once again, don't forget that the video is interactive. There's the arrows up in the left-hand side. You can change the angle, stop the video, look at a different view, do whatever you want to do. Here's your men's and accessible restroom. Your other elevator banks, you were saying, Lisa? Yeah, you can zoom in, completely interactive. Another access point to get out to the outside of deck 5. I'm back here in the main section and gonna go look at Wonderland. Another access point over there to get to the outside. Wonderland is one of their specialty restaurants. It's kind of a cool place to have dinner. Very small quaint experience in here. If you have eaten at Wonderland, let us know in the comments below what your experience was like. Now, Wonderland does connect, sort of, to Azumi. We were here earlier. But now we're heading back towards the front of the ship. I'm just going to double check to make sure we haven't missed anything. My favorite specialty restaurant, Chops Grill. But you thought I forgot it. Yeah, I did. There's your Chops Grill. Gonna forget my favorite restaurant. Chops Grill, it's their upscale steakhouse here on board Royal Caribbean, so all their ships have a Chops Grill. They make a pretty decent steak. I know it's dark in here. I apologize. Normally it's going to be a little bit more darker in here anyway, but there's typically a little bit more light than this. The thing I don't like about this particular Chops Grill are the views. Unfortunately, here on Deck 5, the views out the window are views of the lifeboats. So, not the nice view that some specialty restaurants have. But there you go, there's your Chops Grill. We'll have put the menu for Chops Grill up on our Facebook group, so if you're not part of our Facebook group, you can go check it out there. All right, guys, that is it for Deck 5. Do us a huge favor, let us know what your favorite part was. Leave it in the comments below, okay? Until we see you on another deck or another ship, be safe. Ciao!
Whoop, 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 whoop. Filming Tom and Style.
Well, there you go, everybody. There is your Deck 5. Only correction, when we were in the 270 lounge, I kept on saying going up to the balcony, up on Deck 5. No, that would have been Deck 6 because we were already on Deck 5. There is no public access to the Deck 6 balcony from Deck 6. You can only enter 270 from Deck 5 and then either take the stairs up or the elevator if you have mobility challenges. So there you go, Deck 5. Let us know what your favorite part of that deck is. So let's say hello to everybody, shall we?
Yes, let's do it.
Hello, Macrina. Welcome. Good to see you again, as always. John L., good to see you again as well. Cheers to you, too, Macrina. Good evening, Bev and Dr. Cherie. Angela. Hello, Angela. Charles, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you again. Yes, the foghorn. It's not blowing right now. The fog has lifted just, about 35 minutes ago, right?
Yeah.
Breaking news is broken. The only thing broken is the horn. John says, love the breaking news graphics. Actually, it's just a regular news. I need to create a breaking news graphic. So anyway, hello Tuesday. It's Thursday, but that's okay. We glad to have you.
Absolutely.
Patricia, I really need a vacation. Right? Angela says she's done the robot bar before, and it's very cool.
Nice.
We've sat there on other ships and watched it too. It is actually really cool to watch them do their thing.
Yeah.
The paddles, yeah, they move slow, but and I just didn't want to stand there for 3 minutes because y'all would have been bored senseless. But yeah, the paddles are moving. It's kind of cool, right? So anyway, hello Carol, good to see you. The blue corridor is making you cold. No, you don't need that blue corridor. It's just cold. The purple lounge is purdy. Yeah, it's nice back there.
Yeah.
Show not so much, but the room's great.
Yeah.
Sit there now before the old ladies, and they were there before we got there. Again, we'll talk about that in a little bit. I love the purple lounge too.
Yes.
Any curmudgeons today in the elevators, theaters? Again, we'll talk about that in a minute. Valerie, hello. Hey now, Chris, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Patricia says, Macrina, much love, just long hours. We'll be better on May 31st, spending time with Bev. Ooh, nice. Going to be face-to-face.
Yeah.
And since it's a very long cruise, I would assume it's easy to get specialty restaurant reservations. You know what? We haven't really looked. It was not our goal to do any specialty restaurants on this cruise, just main dining room, stuff we've talked about before. Wonderland we would probably never go to. We're just not fond of the menu and what they offer there, so we wouldn't do that. We don't like sushi, so we wouldn't do a sumi. So it would be a toss-up between Jamie's and, not a toss-up, Chops. It's going to be Chops first every time, and then Jamie's. But we've done them both on other ships and enjoy them, so it's just, we just go to the main dining. We're happy with that.
Yeah.
Girl, yes. Would love a good steak. Right? Grill, not girl. Grill. Yes. Glad. I'm talking cruising. Always makes me happy, right? Yes. Hello, Irene. Welcome to you. Danny Mac. Yo. Yo ho, a pirate's life for me. Har. Good day, matey. Anyway, so glad to have you all with us. We appreciate that. So for those joining us late, we've already gone through Deck 5. You can just drag the little bar back and watch. If you hear me talk about arrows up in the top left-hand corner, they are not in this video. We'd have no way to broadcast 3D or three-dimensional or whatever you want to call interactive on this broadcast. We are going to re-release the video, just the deck plan, and it will be interactive. There'll be arrows up in the top left-hand corner, and you can change the camera angle, zoom in, zoom out, and do everything you want to do. But if you're going back and hearing that now and saying, wait a minute, there's no arrows up there. Yes, we know. That will be for after the fact. So
yeah, not on the previews.
Not on the previews. So there you go. And again, please do us a huge favor. Hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe. Become part of the Tall Man Clan. It's free to you. Costs you absolutely nothing. And it really does help out the channel. We do broadcast live every night we're on ships, but we also do all kinds of cruise things when we're not on ships. Tips and tricks and news and all these fun stuff. So consider being part of the Tall Man Clan. And we do a ton of live broadcasts, more than anybody else. So come enjoy the live show. We'd appreciate having you. If you want to see menus, food pictures, daily activities, other content, we put stuff like that up in our Facebook group. That is also free, but it is a private group, so you got to answer the 2 questions for it to let you in. If you don't answer, it's going to decline you. So the first question is, what was your first cruise? Second question is just adhering to the group rules, which is essentially being nice. Okay, so there's Facebook group. Last but not least, Patreon. If you really want to help support Lisa and myself in our endeavors with this channel of what we do have a Patreon there. Just go to Tall Man Clan. It's as little as $5, which is, it's like one specialty coffee for everybody a month. So and it goes a long way for helping us, and we would appreciate you doing that. There are other levels, of course, but we do exclusive content there that is seen nowhere else. We try to video all of the shows. We put those up in continuity. We videoed both production shows here. The one in the main theater so far, Live, Love, Legs. We've got that in its entirety. Great show. We saw the show last night.
Spectra's Cabaret.
Videoed that. Not sure I want to put that up there, but we're going to put it up there anyway. So we do all kinds of other things there, and it's also Patreon-only streams. So there you go.
Talent's good. We just aren't that fond of the show, but that's okay.
So we might as well talk about that now. We've seen Spectra's Cabaret on
Anthem of the
on
Seas.
the Anthem of the Seas, and the Spectra character was he was pretty good. But overall, the show I just don't feel it's a good concept. It's kind of boring.
It is very boring.
There are some sightline issues in that theater. We happen to be sitting in a tall table close to the entrance and have pretty good look, but the main dance floor is low. So as you come into the theater, unless you're sitting in the seats to the far right, you're not going to see anything that happens down on the main dance floor. Now, at part of the show, that dance floor does come up. You can see then a little bit, but there's a lot of stuff that's going on when the floor is down, and you can actually, maybe in the video because I haven't watched it yet. People are standing up trying to see what's going on.
Yeah.
Now, all the seats that are great views up in the balcony overlooking, those are all reserved. And in Macrina, those 4 old ladies were sitting right there. And again, we got there 35 minutes before, but those were all reserved seating. Any seat up in the balcony that had great views was all reserved seating.
Yeah.
Now, they do open that up typically 15 minutes before the show starts. So, if you're a diamond and above or in the suites or whatever, who they're reserving it for, if you don't get there within the 15 minutes of the show, they typically, I think, open that up.
Yeah.
But we didn't want to wait. We wanted to try to find a good seat, and we did, but there's some sightline issues in that there.
Definitely, yeah.
But the show itself, the talent, the cast was incredibly talented. You could see it in their skills and how they were performing with one another. It's just the show that they were given to perform, I think, as far as Royal Caribbean entertainment go, it's a lame duck. It's probably the worst show they've come up with. It wasn't any better than the first time we saw it. I think the cast was a little bit better.
I agree that the cast was better in this one than the first.
But I like the Spectra person on Anthem than this one.
Gotcha.
The girl doing Spectra in this one was just a little less exciting. So, but if you're in Patreon, we're going to put it up there and you can tell us what you think.
Yeah.
So, let's see here. There've been a couple comments whizzing by here.
All right.
Patricia's like, sing me a good shanty. And Angela's like, I read girl too instead of grill. All right, see? It's not just me. Danny says, just lounging on the lanai, waiting on the butler to bring me my after dinner cognac. Gushti, cognac. Actually, it's just Jan and Dr. Pepper Zero. But you can dream. Of course you can.
Absolutely.
Macrina tells Danny, keep that up. Make your dreams come true. Chris says, it looks like from Cruise Mapper, you're booking at 21 knots and close to the Bering Straits. Would be neat to see that Alaska and Russian separated by 2.4 miles. Yeah, I put, where is it here? Oh, I ruined it, didn't I?
Did you?
Yeah. Let me get rid of it.
Oh, when you were trying to do the
Yeah,
gotcha.
that's literally where we are right now. And we're traveling, at about, as of this moment, 21.4 knots. Winds are blowing around 45 to 50 knots. It goes up and down just a little bit. Temperature is 50 degrees. It's cool. However, in the course of getting ready for the show, the fog actually lifted.
It did.
And so we are literally seeing the ocean for the first time in 3 days. We took of course I disconnected the phone so it wouldn't kill my battery. Can I reconnect it? But I don't think I can.
I'm not sure.
No, it's not going to let me reconnect it. Of course not. But yeah, it's still windy. You got to get close because it would just look bright.
Gotcha.
Lisa's saying I could spin
Hal around. Yeah, we've got. Yeah, you can't.
I mean,
really
you can kind of see a little water, but
you can definitely see how wet the balcony is, and that's all ocean spray. It hasn't been raining. That's all ocean spray, which is why we didn't want to put the other camera out.
Yeah, I mean, you can see it a little bit, but
you can.
Back
Not
here.
much.
Sorry, there we go. Come back.
There we
Come
are.
back to Jamaica, the way things used to be, man. minus. There we go. That's close enough.
There you go.
Anyway, yeah. So we didn't put balcony cam out again because as we were getting ready, it was still foggy. It's misty, obviously within the fog, but even that we're out of the fog, it's still wet. Everything is wet. So. Anyway, Chris has a question. He says,
yes.
Is the captain giving periodic updates as you cross such thresholds? I would say no.
Minimal.
Minimal. We've heard him a couple times, but I don't think what you're asking. I don't think he's doing that.
No.
Yeah. So, yeah. Now
It's been very quiet.
It's been fairly quiet. The cruise director does come on in the afternoon and the evening and does his typical thing. What is very cool is because it's been so inclement, a lot of the outdoor activities that they plan, they have canceled. They come on and say, hey, we're canceling this because it's not nice. In fact, the pool outside hasn't been open for 4 days now, 3 days. So the pool, there's an indoor pool, which you'll see tomorrow when we do deck 14 or whenever we do deck 14. So people have been hanging in there. Nobody's, I'm telling you, it's just 45 to 50 knot winds plus 50 degrees makes it
And
40, maybe in the upper 30s.
Yeah, and the ocean spray. Yeah, it's pretty.
You literally can
uncomfortable.
see your breath
Yeah.
when you're out there. It's been pretty cool. So, Chris follows that up with, I'm a cruise nerd, so I love those fun facts. We do too.
Yeah.
We do too. But yeah, I don't. No, I would say no. I would expect them to come on though, because we're going to be crossing the international date line and losing a day. So we're going to be actually in the past instead of the future.
Yeah,
So-
well, we'll be in the present, not in the past.
Well, that's true.
It'll be the present. We'll be going back to yesterday.
Try figuring that all out.
You should have seen us scratch our heads last night going, wait a minute.
Cranberry, Danny, cranberry, ocean spray. So dinner. Let's talk about dinner.
Okay, let me pull that up.
So dinner was another decent menu last night. And again, we're going to post this stuff up on Facebook. Did you get yesterday's posted yet?
Yes, I think it
Yeah.
finally posted.
Yep.
Yeah, reception here has been really, really bad. I don't know if it's because of the fog or what, but it's been really, really brutal. Okay, there we go. There's our menu.
All
from
right.
last night.
So it was the Taste of UK menu last night in the main dining room. For the starters, we had baby shrimp cocktail, leek and potato soup, bing, mozzarella cheese sticks, bing, Caesar salad, goat cheese tart, and a garden salad, bing, with what was a house vinaigrette, which was really good.
That house vinaigrette was really tasty.
delicious.
Yeah.
Traditional English fish and chips, chicken tikka masala,
Masala.
chicken and mushroom pie. Let's add that. New York strip steak, carved roast beef, fettuccine alfredo, bing, and butternut squash curry. For dessert, royal chocolate cake, English trifle,
Trifle.
tomato, whatever.
the trouble with tribbles.
I know. Tribble. Don't feed them after dark. Sticky toffee pudding. Variety of ice cream. Chocolate mousse. Berry sundae. And the artesian cheese plate. The berry sundae was very strange. It says vanilla bean ice cream, berry compote, crushed chocolate cookie, chocolate sauce, and whipped cream topping. So in the cup with the berry sundae was like a chocolate moussey sort of thing with the berries and the crumbles, this, that, whatever. And I'd asked for some ice cream additionally. So the ice cream was on the side. There was actually no ice cream
Inside the sundae.
in the sundae. It was very strange. It was very strange. So, but yeah, it was a good dinner. So
Yeah,
service
I enjoyed
was
it.
service was a little bit slower than normal, but
We were
all in all,
still
it's been pretty good.
Yeah, we were still just over an hour,
Yeah.
so that's not too bad.
No, not bad at all. Our guys have guys and gal. We have Carlos and Hoy. I don't know. They're both great. So
Yeah.
anyway. So Patricia says, sometimes I would love to retry a day. Right? It's been like
Go back to yesterday.
Groundhog's Day for us. Ooh, UK menu, my favorite. Yeah, it was a good menu last
It
night.
was good. Yeah.
So does going back in time count backwards the 12 days? Count the same day twice?
We were
I don't
trying
know.
to figure that out. I don't know. He's like, so do we lose a day? I don't know. I don't think so.
I don't know, but interestingly enough, depending on how long we stay with you, it may be 3 o'clock by the time we're done because
Yes.
we're losing an hour
At
today.
2.
So there's no 2 o'clock hour on the clocks on this ship. It goes, 1:59, 3 o'clock. It's the strangest thing. So tomorrow's broadcast for us will begin at 1 o'clock in the afternoon,
Eastern Standard.
Eastern Standard Time. But for you, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yes.
Better than another spray, Danny. Just stop that. 50 degrees and 45 knot winds. Calculate the wind chill 39.8 degrees. Yeah. So,
It's chilly.
I was outside for a little bit, and I mean, my hands got numb. It's not friendly. That's why everything is. The main pool is closed. The hot tubs are open. They're not stopped. They have lifeguards out there, so it's not closed. Like, when we were on the Aqua, they literally closed off outside areas. Now, some of that was it was blowing 60. 45 is nothing to sneeze at either. But the staff here on this ship, in my opinion, is doing a fantastic job.
Yeah, they are.
At revamping things, adding things, moving things around to give people a lot of stuff to do inside, since it's just not nice to be outside. Now I
agree.
Now they do have the covered pool, so people can go up there and swim. In fact, this morning at 6 o'clock, there was people up there swimming. This is an early crowd. I was up there at 5:30 this morning, and there was already people up there. So the time change haven't
we're
adjusted
all messed
yet.
Up. Yeah, we're all still messed up.
So she sleeps through it, but I'm up there trying to work. Speaking of which, I believe I figured out the cabin video edit problem. So tomorrow, hopefully, it'll be cabin videos.
Yay!
Hopefully.
Depending on our Wi-Fi speed, being able to download or upload everything.
Yeah. It's part, and this is why it's taken so long. Part of the process is once I try something to fix it, I actually have to upload it to YouTube to see that if it's going to work with the 360 with the arrows and the stuff. That part takes like 45 minutes to upload, a 1 minute clip. Because again, we're on really slow speeds here.
Yeah,
and so
very slow.
It's taken such a long time to figure it out, because waiting for that upload time every time I make a change, trying to figure out what it is that I'm supposed to do to make this thing work. So anyway, Mama Tall Man, late. See how you are? Thank you.
And hello.
Good to see you, Mom.
Yes.
Better late than never. And Karina says, I would be enjoying my hot cappuccino with my jeans and sweatshirt just looking outside. So what I've been doing is early in the morning is going in that inside pool area, and the views are the same. It's the same kind of chairs and all that stuff as the outside area, except it's warm. Just don't sit by the doors that open, because the breeze will come in. Woo! That was brutal.
Gosh, leaving the theater yesterday, a couple of people had opened up the side doors and everybody was like, no! This chorus of people shouting, close the door!
Chris wants to know if there was better behavior today from other guests. We had no run-ins today.
No.
Oddly enough, we get up, we go have breakfast, come down here, believe it or not, and just get ready for the stream. So in the mornings, not a lot of contact, I guess, is the best word to use.
I would agree.
Outside of, in the breakfast area or whatever.
Yeah.
It's after that we've had all the run-ins. But
last night I didn't notice any rudeness going on last night.
No.
Yeah, everybody was behaving pretty much last night that we ran into.
Yeah. I thought about trying to go past those ladies last night just for fun to see what they would say. Because they were sitting right up at the front of the balcony, same spot in the theater, but in the 270 lounge instead. And I thought about just the person that stands there with the reserved only sign. It's just, I'm not going to sit, but I need to go mess with these 4 ladies for just a minute. Oh, excuse me. Oh, you know what? I don't want those seats. I'm so sorry, ladies. You're going to have to get up again. So
that's just wrong.
I know. Generally. So.
But it does make me laugh.
Yeah, I know. Makes me laugh too. We also, the other night, we missed, they had a,
Thank you.
Hit that thumbs up button, everybody. There it is. One of the specialty performers was a hula hoop artist. And when you read the description of the person, at least, again, for our tastes of entertainment.
Hula hoop.
think we'll skip that anyway. And so the people that are in the table next to us at dinner are like, yeah, we went to see that hula hoop person last night. Man, she's a contortionist, and she was put herself into these little positions. And of course, their description of it sounded way more interesting than the description. Yeah.
We were like, they should have led with contortionist.
Yeah. Watch her bend herself into a cube and spin 47 hula hoops at the same time. Okay, well, we can stay for that, I guess. I don't know.
Well, word has it they were she was fantastic.
Yeah.
But we decided not to
She
go.
was hoop-tastic. The award-winning hula hoop. Yes. So, yeah, but I don't know, is she coming on again? Have you looked that far ahead?
You know, I don't think she is. She had the 2 shows, and I don't think she's back on.
It's not like she's got anywhere to go. They ain't flying her off the ship.
I know, but they've got a ton of different performers.
Yeah.
They've got so she was doing hula hoops. We've got Austin Drade. She's a singer-songwriter, musician. Susie Q and Toby J. I haven't looked up to see what they do. David Knight is
The
a
hypnotist. Ooh, that'll be fun.
James Buster is a variety a comedic artist. We've got Duck Cameron as a magician, and the Las Vegas Tenors, and I believe that is a horn band.
Oh,
I believe.
cool. Well, we have to go watch for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a lot of stuff. There's also they did the Scared Weird Little Guys.
Yeah, we caught there's 2 dudes, and we caught a little bit of them one night. They were funny. They were pretty good, but we didn't stay for the whole thing. They were already started, so we came in and was just standing at the back. And unlike some people, we're not going to go try to make everybody move to find the 2 seats that are available all the way in the middle, the only 2 seats left in the theater. So we just stood up in the back for a little bit and watched, and they were funny, but it's just, not my thing.
What was it? Disney would have you get up and move to the end.
Yeah. I'm on the end. I'm sorry if your end was that end, but if I came from that way and went all the way across, I'm at the end. Oh. Alex says, you should select all the floors on the elevator, especially if you saw the other passenger. You know, it's funny. I probably wouldn't recognize her if she was standing in the elevator again.
I wouldn't either.
That's just
That's the
random.
same thing with the ladies. I wouldn't have recognized them. I know you did, but I wouldn't have recognized them.
Yep, I did. Chris has another question.
Yes.
I thought the Quantum class ships were built for the type of weather that you're in: indoor hot tubs, indoor pool, etc. Are there a lot of people swimming in those?
Not
wouldn't,
as many as you would think.
Yeah, not as many as you think.
Yeah. I was really surprised. I mean, there's people in there.
Yeah.
But
It's not. I wouldn't call it packed.
It's
There's
not packed.
Chairs open all day.
Yeah.
It just, they have so much going on that people are spread out doing their thing.
Yeah.
Which is why I keep on going back and picking on the staff of the Aqua. They did nothing.
Yeah.
During that 10 days of really bad inclement weather to try to keep people busy during the day. They didn't add things. They didn't move things. I mean,
And the staff they've added movies, they've, games and
yeah.
Yeah, the number of lectures and games and host entertainment that they've had, as well as they've done cruise ship staff performers.
Yeah, yeah.
They've got like a band.
The crew has their own band. Like just
Yeah.
crew members that are musicians that put their own little band together, and they put a concert on last night.
Yeah.
Or yesterday afternoon. So that was kind of fun.
Yeah.
But these guys are really working hard to keep everybody busy. There's been I can't remember if I mentioned this yesterday, but I think it was it was either yesterday or the day before. One of Don Knotts' relatives are on board, his nephew, and gave a couple different seminars about Don Knotts' life and
Don Knotts, Barney Fife,
and his characters and things, and just sort of a look behind the scenes of Don Knotts, which was kind of neat. There was also a couple of seminars about NASA stuff, not the Bahamas, NASA, NASA.
NASA, space. Program.
NASA, about the space program and going to the moon and things, which they followed that up that evening with some NASA movie up on the top deck. I forget what it was. It was not Apollo 13, but it was something space related. So I just thought that was really neat. And again, they're just doing a lot to try to keep everybody busy, which is why I guess the pool isn't full. Now, I'll be honest, I actually haven't made my way all the way to the solarium yet because there is hot tubs and we'll call them soaking pools in the solarium. They're not swimming pools. But I'm guessing that there's a lot of people up there too, right? So between the inside hot tub, the inside pool and hot tubs and the solarium, that's probably a good chunk of people. But I'm guessing at this point, neither of them are full. But we'll go look for you, Chris, and we'll bring it to you another day. I mean, we've still got 7-8 days left. So we're just really getting into it. And I would love, even if it's still cool out, it would be nice if the fog would stay away. So, but I mean, I feel like I see it off in the distance.
I'm looking out and it looks like I can almost see sky and clouds out there.
Yeah, I hope we're just not in a little hole and as soon as we end it, the broadcast, it comes back. But anyway, Chris says, I'm glad to hear Royal is supplying the guests with lots of activities for guests to enjoy. Yeah,
They're
absolutely
doing a great job. Kudos.
Yes.
Good job, Royal.
Yep. And that stems from the cruise director, right? That's what his job is.
Yeah.
Is scheduling activities and keeping people on the ship motivated and stuff. So that's why I was just disappointed with the Aqua and their staff.
Right. So. The cruise director on this ship is Ricky. No last names ever given, just Ricky.
I watched a video with him, like on YouTube, when he was on one of the other ships. He runs on a one wheel behind the scenes.
Oh, does he?
Because he's a tiny little guy. Mm-hmm. I know these cruise directors, they're here 1 minute and 3 minutes later they're in a venue
elsewhere.
Clear at the other end. And, one of the things was, how do you get to where you need to be so fast? And he was, I got this one wheel, and he's on I-95, which is what they call the corridor down upstairs.
Yes.
They call it I-95, and zoom on his one wheel, going from one end of the ship to the other.
Last night I was surprised after the Spectre's Cabaret show, he popped up from one of the moving platforms.
Yeah.
Not just on the stage, he just kind of appeared. And I was like, that's cool.
The one that was in front of us blocking the views. Yeah.
Yeah, so that was pretty cool.
Macrina says, I met Don Knotts years ago where I worked. Excellent.
Nice.
I have a funny story. I met, I'm not even sure I told you this. I met Harry Winkler, the Fonz, one day.
Henry
Henry Winkler.
Harry.
Henry.
Yeah, you said Harry.
Oh, it probably just sounded like Harry.
Okay.
Henry Winkler. Years and years ago. Is when we were in the apartment.
Okay.
I was in line to get some film developed. Right? This is how long ago this was. He was standing in front of me at the CVS.
Oh, how funny.
Where was it? Walgreens. It was Walgreens CVS. I forget what it was. And just standing in front of me. And of course, I didn't necessarily recognize him when he was standing directly in front of me, but as he got up to the counter, it was off to the side. I'm like, oh my God, that.
And he's not a tall
Henry
man
Winkler.
either.
No, he's not. He's tiny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'm taller than he is.
You are taller than he is.
Isn't he like 5'2" or something?
No. He's probably, I think he's 5'4", 5'5".
Okay.
Yeah, he's not 5'2", but
Yeah.
he's a bit shorter. Yeah.
He's pretty tiny.
Hey. And
Big personality.
he was in town videoing, shooting a movie. I forget what it was. I feel it was, but I don't remember him being in it for whatever reason. But I feel it was the one with Adam Sandler where he's driving the mower, because that was filmed in Central Florida.
Are you talking about the football one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wasn't it? Anyway, it doesn't matter if it was that movie or not. He was in town shooting a movie. Whether he was the director or in it, again, I don't remember. And we said a couple words. He was nice, and it just off he goes. And for those, and I'm not sure I've said this before, but being an entertainer, being backstage with people like him a lot, in a variety across the board, from actors and musicians and comedians and stuff. I've never been oh, can I have your autograph and take a picture? It's more like, hey, how's it going, dude? Nice to meet you. Away you go. It's just a thing. So, and that's what it was too. Hey, nice to meet you. Have a great day. Away you went. So anyway, who's the cruise director? We just told you, Ricky.
Ricky.
Are they on the socials? I haven't found a lot of RCCL cruise directors on the socials. You know what? If we can corner him, we'll ask. For some reason, I feel he does. But you know what? I don't know.
I'm taking a note now, Alex.
Yeah, we'll see if we can find out if he's got a Facebook or an Instagram or something like that. But yeah, it's Ricky. Macrina says, yep, that fog. Well, it's a bit humid over the Pacific. Ha 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 ha. Yeah.
Thanks for that.
Right. Chris, the solarium is my favorite spot on any royal ship. Next favorite, or my go-to spot, is the Crown Lounge. Unbelievable views as you can have a drink or just read a book. On this ship,
Our friend Larry's, that's his favorite spot too, is the Crown Lounge.
The Crown Lounge on this ship, I wouldn't say has great views because it's not up high and not looking forward. It's
low.
It's off to the side on deck 4.
Yeah. Outside the music hall, I believe, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I think it's the music hall.
yeah, not a great sort of top view, if you will, but solarium, however, is all the way forward. Great looks, right? So, Unc says, Waterboy. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. Yeah, was Henry Winkler in Waterboy? I can't remember everything. Only Adam Sandler.
That's all I remember is Adam Sandler
For
too.
some reason, what little brain cells I have left is telling me Henry Winkler. That's what they were there doing. They were videoing, shooting Waterboy.
Nice.
What do we do when we hear 5'4"? Nothing. Nothing. It's the wrong height. Everybody's like, Waterboy, Waterboy. Macrina says, coffee.
Orange juice.
Yep. It's fun standing next to celebs. I pretend I don't recognize them. Then I gush with excitement to tell friends the next day.
Don't make me spit out my orange juice. That's funny. Oh my gosh. My favorite story is celebrities. My mom used to work at a convenience store. And when
he was the coach.
When Johnny Depp was filming Edward Scissorhands, that was in a little town, and the closest store was my mom's convenience store. So he would come in there, and the first time he came in, she carded him, and she tells him, "Oh, well, you're just about 1 year older than my daughter." And I'm like, "Oh my gosh, there goes Mom trying to set me up." This was before I knew him. Mom trying to set me up with Johnny Depp.
How'd that go?
It didn't.
You're here.
I'm here.
You're stuck with this one instead. Yeah, see, he was the coach, right? I thought he was in that movie. That's why it was stuck in my head.
Oh,
So,
okay.
Waterboy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Attaboy, Waterboy.
Yeah, I don't think you ever told me that. If you did, I don't remember it.
If you happen to be watching the replay and made it this far in and have a question about anything about the Ovation of the Seas, or any Royal Caribbean ship for that matter, please leave it in the comments. Again, if you're watching the replay, we do answer all the comments. And no time like the present to get an answer to your question. Because a lot of times, it's a very specific question. I promise you. If you call somebody on land, call 3 times, you'll get 3 different answers. They really don't know a lot of the ins and outs. Believe it or not, a lot of the people these days picking up the phone, they've actually never been on a ship.
That's true.
You would be amazed. The next time you call a cruise line and are deciding to book directly with them, I always recommend a travel agent, but that's okay. Ask. So, have you ever been on a cruise? 80%, I promise you, have not.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, we can get answers. We go right down to customer service if we don't already know them, but go right down to customer service and get you the answers. And
we'll go see Vadim.
Huh?
We'll go see Vadim.
Yeah, Vadim. That guy was great.
Yeah. Yeah. Best guest services ever.
Johnny Depp versus the tall man. Come on, Johnny. Just don't bring those scissors with you. No challenge there.
Who said that?
That was Macrina.
Macrina.
Patricia says, a film studio across from my office. Our intersection gets filmed often. Nice. Recently, TV shows called Brilliant Minds. Brilliant Minds.
That sounds familiar.
I feel like I've seen something like that.
Yeah. Nice.
You wouldn't have been more behaved than Depp's last one. You would have been more behaved than Depp's last one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a weird one, that guy. Savvy. But
he gets paid very well to be weird.
Yes, he does. The problem is I just sometimes I feel with some actors like on his caliber that that weirdness goes into real life. Separation becomes a little bit harder. Because, no, if you think about movies that he's done in his life, they've all been weird characters. To an extent. You get your Edward Scissorhands. How many times did he play
Captain Jack Sparrow.
Jack Sparrow, right? Which is sort of this weird, flamboyant pirate sort of character.
Mad Hatter.
The Mad Hatter, right? They're almost all weird characters. And even when you listen to him in interviews and see him public, he's just about that weird publicly too, it seems. So I feel his on-screen personalities have infected how he acts in real life.
But, I think that happens with a lot of actors, especially the ones that do the method acting. You become the character that you're portraying. And, yeah, I think some of that does kind of rub off on you.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Macrina's like, he's weird, but easy on the eyes. Okay, Macrina, behave yourself. This is not that kind of show. Don't make me beep you. All right, snack time. Everybody ready for snack time?
Yeah.
Everybody get your snack ready. It's time for some snack time music.
So here we go again, it's no surprise. 'Cause we know better than to roll the dice. So take this love and try to make it new. You can't fight it when it feels so true. You drive me crazy like no one else. The final moment before I lose myself. And it's no use working 9 to 5 if you want more than to stay alive. So come on over, we can make it through. Take my hand, I know just what to do. On the beat, keep dancing through the night. Stay up until the morning light, the morning light. Oh, so come on over, we can make it through. Take my hand, I know just what to do. On the beat, keep dancing through the night. Stay up until the morning light, the morning light. Oh, the morning light. Oh.
Well, there you go, snack time. We want to know what you had for your snack. Leave it down in the chat.
We just had some flaky pastries. Boy, that was a mess.
Yes, yes, yes.
Tasty, but messy.
Chris says, was like that trial between him and his wife/girlfriend, where he talked about her doing ungodly stuff, was priceless. Yeah, I remember hearing some things. I didn't pay much attention to it,
I don't follow any of that.
but I know the whole thing was weird, all of it. So share, I did. It was like a raspberry pastry. Yeah, he was normal when he was doing 21 Jump Street. Well, that was like 35, 40 years ago.
Yeah.
And he had way too much nose candy. He probably still does. Nom, 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 nom. Ooh, another lady lock for her. Nice. Okay. And Patricia had red grapes.
Ooh, yummy.
Nice. We had some green grapes the other day.
We did.
Charles brought the chocolate chip pancakes.
Yummy. Nice.
They've been
it.
they've been having chocolate chip pancakes here on the ship.
Have they?
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah, the spread here, and we haven't really talked about it. The spread on the buffet's been fantastic.
Yeah.
Really, just a ton of options. Breakfast, lunch. We haven't gone up there for dinner, so I haven't seen what's up there for dinner. But I'm just going to make a general assumption that it's just like the breakfast and lunch. It's a good wide
Good
variety of things.
Yeah. Yeah, they've been doing a really good job.
Yep. You couldn't make some of that stuff up. No fury than a warm squid. I know, right? Yeah, I'm quite sure none of that was made up. I just don't know what all of that is. And like she says, we just don't. We've got enough reality in our own life. We don't need anybody else's reality.
Exactly. That'd be reality overload for us.
We have trouble enough keeping up with our own reality and all of yours too. So anyway, I'm trying to think. Macrina says loves chocolate chip pancakes, especially if they add bananas. Well, again, typically bananas every morning on the buffet. Like the breakfast I had the last couple days. I don't know if you all saw did you put the breakfast picture from yesterday up there?
I think I did. I'm not sure if it actually posted or not.
Okay, anyway. I went and they had all the fixins for things that I like for breakfast. Like a couple days ago, if I'm going to eat French toast, I like to put some strawberries and whipped cream on top of them. So, and they have all of that on the buffet. So I went and got the French toast. I cut it in half because they're serving like really, really thick pieces. So I cut them in half and put a little butter on there and then strawberries and whipped cream. Well, then we do this thing called BDB, which stands for Big Damn Breakfast, BDB. And so toast, some hash browns, then on top of that, some eggs, and then cover it all with gravy. Now, it's more like on a shingle type gravy than biscuits and gravy.
SOS.
But they only have the biscuits gravy. So I put that on there. So that's what I had for breakfast yesterday. Just 2 pieces of toast, some hash browns, scrambled eggs, and then covered with the gravy. A couple pieces of bacon on the side. Oh, man. It's to die for. Yes. And they've had great bacon.
Yes. Every day it's been wonderful.
There's no fake in here.
No.
Real bacon.
No faking, and it's every day.
That's what I feel. There's just no excuse.
I agree.
This ship has been in Asia for quite a while.
Yeah.
And so they're getting supplied, we're going to make general assumption, from Asian suppliers. It's the bacon that you all come to buy at your grocery stores locally.
Yeah.
So I don't know why, Europe is not the same. But I mean, we had that same problem on the Celebration.
We've had it on every ship that we've come
out of the UK.
Out of the UK.
Yeah. I guess, yeah.
Very interesting.
Never tried biscuits and gravy. Yeah.
Really?
The SOS type gravy is different than the biscuits and gravy type gravy. I wish I could describe to you the difference.
The biscuits and gravy is typically a sausage. The SOS gravy is a milk gravy with ground beef.
Yes.
So it's just salty and pepper, and that's salt and pepper, and that's it. Milk gravy and beef.
Yeah. I started doing that when I was in the Army. I was in the military. They're SOS. And but they make their stuff a little different too. But at least it's got pretty close.
Thank you.
Magrita says, 17 days at sea, eating is the only entertainment. No, there's plenty of entertainment.
They've been keeping everybody busy.
Yeah. Yep, absolutely.
Yeah.
So well, we have a bunch of other things that we need to do still, right? We've been waiting for some decent weather so we could video the outside decks. Now, I can't speak for her. I've come to the realization that it will be cold, so we're going to have to bundle up.
We are.
But we at least would like it not to be raining, only because that 360 camera we're now using to video this, it is very, very finicky about dots and angles and lights and things like that. Even after every time we shoot one thing, I completely clean the lenses. And even still, if I catch the light the right way while I'm moving it, it looks like there's a spot on the lens. I promise you it's not. I clean that thing ridiculous. So, but if it's misty out, we won't, it'll just be a mess in the camera.
Yeah, the camera itself is waterproof.
Yeah.
But like he said, they have a case if you're going to use it with water that you put on that it does better than, and we don't have that case, the cover.
No, but you also lose some of its functionality when you put it inside that waterproof case.
Yeah.
It's waterproof down to 15 meters or something. But if you want to go deeper than that, they actually have a waterproof case that you can put it in. But just generally speaking, the bubble that's over the camera, with the camera looking 360 degrees, it catches every last little thing. So just stuff we're getting used to.
Yes.
Yeah. That camera sounds really expensive. Not as much as you would think. It's wasn't cheap, but I think it was like $400. So it wasn't thousands.
By the time we got everything that we wanted with it, not including the waterproof case, I think we spent about $600 on it.
Yeah, because we
got the giant selfie
stick. Yeah, I
stick
got a lot of
and some stuff with it.
Yeah, and I have been a lot of stuff I want to do over the ship and all around, and I haven't been able to do it. It's just not nice outside, so I just give us a couple of clear days.
Yeah, I'm hoping that it continues to clear up for us a little bit here because we really want to get outside and get some good video.
Yeah, it's looking pretty good.
Yeah.
Right now, so
Yeah, we might have to go do that this
everybody say your
afternoon.
prayers. Again, it's okay if it's cold. We'll just put on 14 layers because it'll all be t-shirts. And the one
T-shirts and one jacket.
and one long sleeve on top of it all. Yeah. Macrina says best bacon I ever had was in Tokyo. Well, there you go.
Yeah, it's been great.
Don't worry, Robert. Bobby is working on it over here. Okay, Bobby. There's something there I'm missing.
Yeah, I'm totally missing it.
400. Yeah, that's not bad. Again, I don't remember this. Y'all will learn if y'all haven't learned. If we need something, I'll look around to see if I can get a decent price for stuff. But I'll just buy it because we need it, and we're choosing to start doing these 360 degrees interactive immersive things because nobody else is doing them, and I feel that a lot of people might want to see, because we get comments on all the time. Hey, what, like in our passenger cabins, what was that red door or that red thing by the ground or what was this? And guys, I can't remember. We're walking through these is slow but quickly as we can because we're trying to get it all done in one night. And I can't remember the red spot on this wall on this deck 14 ships ago.
No, but with a 360
with
camera.
360, stop the video, turn the angle, look down, and you can see it for yourself.
Yeah.
Right? So we think that's a good deal. So,
Yeah.
But I could look it up, but it's brand new, so I know it's a little bit more expensive because it's just recently been released. It's the X5 version of the Insta360, which comes with a lot of new upgrades and things. So it's awesome. So, of course, it's new. It's going to be a little bit more expensive than the X4 or below. But this one does a lot of things that the other versions don't do, and we liked it, and we want to do this, so done. Anyway, hey, fantastic internet over the ocean, halfway around the world, right? We haven't talked.
Yeah.
We know we've had a little, mother buffer from time to time. It's going to happen, but the fact that we can even attempt this stuff, I will say this ship has had some of the slowest internet speeds we've seen. I don't know if it's because it's Pacific. I have no idea.
Or if it's the fog interrupting signal.
I don't know, or they're just squashing it because the fastest speed I have seen is 4.1 megabits. That's literally the fastest we've seen. On other ships, we're getting 40 and 50 megabits per second. 4. Now, I only need 2.8 to broadcast. At the level we're broadcasting, I've chosen a
Very low
very low broadcast speed. 720p. I'm not even trying to broadcast in high def because that would be double. We would need 5 point something, and the ship isn't giving it to us. But generally speaking, even at home, we've been trying to stick with the 720 because we don't want those interruptions. And if the speeds are at least 4, there should be no buffering. So anyway, there's that. So tomorrow, if I can get it all done, tomorrow will be cabin day. So make sure you have your beverages ready. Of course, for those who are part of our Facebook group, we put the video link up there, usually 4, 5, 6 hours before the stream, before the live show, so that you know the link. So again, if you're not part of the Facebook group already and you want to see more content than we give here, again, we put all the menus, pictures of the food that we have on the ship, all the daily activities from all the ships we go on. That all goes up into Facebook. Plus, other things from time to time. Like Lisa, we ran into a piano player in the elevator talking about elevator music, and we videoed him. We're going to put that up on the Facebook, right? So there you go. So consider coming over there. Just to answer the 2 questions. It's a private group. And while you're at it, if those who are sticking around have not considered becoming a Patreon supporter of the channel, there you go. You just go to patreon.com, Tallman Clan. There's a couple different levels. Least expensive is like $5 a month, guys. Every little bit helps us. Nobody sponsors us here. It's Robert, Lisa, and
And our
the,
Patreon.
and the support of you guys.
Yes.
So thank you all very much.
Thank you.
Don't worry, Robert. Bobby is working on it over here. Maha. Bobby.
We're lost.
I don't know.
Yeah. Don't know what that means.
Sorry, Chris. You can send me an email. Sometimes
There you
it's
go, that'll work. Yeah.
it takes a lot to go over my you know what drink head. 6'4" head. Hang on, I gotta
Hey,
drink
that's
hers.
mine.
Mine's empty.
You see that? Always drinking my drink.
Mine's over. I got another full one over there.
Okay.
I'll share it with you.
Okay.
Anyway, well, I guess we're gonna get out of here
Okay.
because in just a couple minutes we're gonna lose an hour. Because it's
Oh, it's only 1:15.
I know in 45 minutes we're gonna lose an hour.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
I don't know what it is about them losing the second hour. So anyway, we do appreciate you. We will be back tomorrow. It'll either be deck 14 or it'll be the cabins. It's all going to depend on. I've now that I've figured it out, like I told you, now I can get them all edited. And as long as I can get them all edited, I don't have to upload them because we're just streaming them live. So knock on wood, I get them all done, and we'll do cabins tomorrow.
Nice.
Okay.
I like it.
We hope everybody has a really good evening. And you know the drill, right? We don't have to go home, but we got to get the out of here. Peace.